Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter, with a quick review today of these new gel pens. I have been looking for a replacement for this unicorn pen that I found on Amazon. Bought a 3-pack because this was such a weird story. I had like $4.50 left on a gift card that was going to expire in November. And so I didn't want to forget about it. So I'm like, I'll just find something that's like $4 or so and order on Amazon. And I got this pack of 3 gel pens, and I just, I always need some extra white gel pens. I was intrigued by how it looked like this whole barrel was filled with paint, and I thought, what the heck, better than letting that gift card go to waste. So this pen was so awesome. I mean, look at this. I haven't used this in weeks, and look at how good that line is. It's a 1mm. I don't even remember the brand. It was like ROLIP or something. It was some weird alphabet soup name, but these pens were great. And it was a 3-pack for $3.99. And I was thinking about buying a backup set, but I'm like, no, Lindsay, use it up before you get a backup. Look at all the ink in there. It's going to take a long time to use up. So I mentioned it on a video and they sold out that day. It was wild. And so since then I've been on the lookout for identical pens. And then I saw these right here by, I don't know if it's pronounced Butager or Butiger, but same construction, same look. The cap looks the same. It's the same pen, just from a different white labeler. But the nice thing about this brand is that the set, you got 9 in a pack, and you get 3 each of 0.6, 0.8, and 1mm. And the thing that I really liked about that was because with this 1mm pen, I found that the lines were a little too thick for a lot of the things I wanted to highlight. So like on this little guy here, some of these tiny little glistens on the sushi, I needed to use the 0.6. The 0.1 would have been way too thick. I would use the 0.1 for like maybe on the rice for a highlight, but it was just way too thick for those tiny little details. So this is kind of the best of both worlds. So let's swatch these out. This is Boo Tiger. This is the one, and I just want to do kind of a wiggly line. I'll also do a line of the Roy, I think it was called Roy Lip. They have not been in stock since he sold out. Then we've got the Boo Tiger 0.08. Oh no, 0.8, not 0.08. Gosh, 0.8. You can see you've got a finer line here. I think maybe the Roy Lip was a smidgen thicker. Like that, maybe from that. I don't know. Pretty darn close though. And again, they all have these, look at how much ink is in there. That's what I was so excited about. Look how fine that is. Look how fine and lovely. I am so excited that I have 3 different versions, and I've got backups, so I've got 3 of each. So that's really exciting. And this set cost around $8 or $9. I think it was like regular price was like $9, but then there was like a coupon you could clip for like 10% off or something. So, keep your eyes open. I'm going to link that down below so you can find exactly this pen. But I am so happy with that. Oh my gosh. So let's compare it with some of the other pens that I've used over the years. Now, this was always my go-to. This is the Uniball Signo, and these seem to work really well for a while, but then I don't know. It seems like that I wouldn't get the full. It used to be like, okay, so this comes about halfway full of ink, and it's got a cartridge on the inside, and I would get about, most of it. I would be able to use most of it comparative to other pens, but then it just seemed like I wasn't getting all of the ink use out of it. But let's try this here. Uniball Signo 1mm. And this is the broad. It's called Broad Gel Impact, I think. I also think that this ink has a little bit of a yellow cast to it. Now let me just do that. Let me just do Uniball Signo. Let me do the Boo Tiger next to it. Is this the one? No, that's the, oh wait, let me go to the one. Well, I don't know if I'd really be able to tell the difference if I licked them right next to each other, to be honest. I think it's about the same. So Uniball Signo, still a good brand. One thing I noticed though, sometimes you get that line in the middle of the Uniball, like where I was writing there. Maybe I was going too fast. Let me do the Boo Tiger. This just feels a little bit smoother. Like you don't feel the ball rolling so much. This was kind of a little bit squeaky. Could be, and you know what? We do have to keep in mind the age of the pens. Like these are older. I just opened this pack the other day. But it's the same as this, which I'm really loving. So this is Art and Fly. I don't even know if they make these anymore. But, you know, it seems like a lot of these generic ones, you're going to see them popping up under all sorts of other brands. So that's what this one looks like. It's got a grippy on there, which is kind of nice, actually. I wonder if you could take that off and put it in another pen. I bet you could. Just like a crystal barrel cartridge on the inside. Only like half of the barrel full of ink. Versus, look at all the ink. Look at how much ink you get in these. And you'll find other brands that are selling these. So, you know, if you can't find the Boo Tiger, you know, I'm sure there's other ones. You just have to look for that. Look for that full barrel of ink in the big gob of, like, it looks like silicone on the end. I think that keeps it probably from drying up. So this is Art and Fly. Feels a little scratchy. Skipping a little bit, but again, it could be the age of the pen. And this doesn't say what size. Yeah, skippy. It always was a little skippy, to be honest, though. And then let's do, I've got two jelly rolls here. I've got a 0.8 and a 0.5. I always want to spell roll with two O's. I don't know why. 0.8. That does pretty well. I also have heard people say that where they live, sometimes they have a better result with a jelly roll versus a Uniball, so. This is 0.5. I know I have a 0.6 and a 0.1 somewhere, I think. This one's really dainty. That one's actually doing really good. That one did really well. That's very, very dainty. Arteza, this is a 0.6. I don't know if they still make these. Oh, that one actually is working pretty good. I'm surprised. Oh. That's got a pretty good amount of ink in there too, honestly. That's something you can look at when you're looking at product photos online. You can see how much ink do they have in there. Like this actually, this Ohuhu one goes up almost the whole barrel and is a fairly long pen. Well, longer than Uniball. But the cartridge does seem a little bit slimmer than the Uniball. This is Ohuhu. 0.8. These only come in a pack with silver and gold, I think. Their 0.8 seems kind of slimmer than other 0.8. You got to go slow with the Ohuhu ones. But it works fine. I mean, these work fine. These don't seem to have quite the oomph as the Boo Tiger. Let me just... Like, I can go faster with the Boo Tiger. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Look at how opaque that is. This is the 0.1. I mean, I'm sorry, this is a 1. And now let's do the 8. Nice. I like the way the caps snap on really good too. They have a nice smoothness that the other gel pens didn't have too, which I really liked. Kind of like a paint pen. They remind me a lot of like a white paint pen, except you don't need to shake them. And then the 0.6. But I think what I'm kind of most excited about is the cost at about $1 a pen and how much ink. You've got way more ink. And I'm glad that we get the other sizes now. I mean, just if you just look at the ink. So this was my first unicorn. They sold out. These are identical, same exact body, same exact model. Seems like the same exact pen, just private labeled by a different company. And you look at those compared to the inks. Like the Arteza probably comes the closest, but still, that's probably about half the ink because of how skinny it is. The Uniball, I don't know. Wait, do I have a... Oh, you know what? I do have a fresh Uniball. We can look and see how much ink comes in with them. I'm not going to open it though, because once you open the Uniballs, their time is ticking. Can I get it open? Oh, we can possibly... Oh, they're taped. They're taped up. Ah, well, I can kind of... Oh, you know what? We can kind of see in there. Okay, that's going up till from the gold band, for about that much from the gold band. Okay, so full, the Uniball would be up to there. So, I mean, I did get a lot of use out of that. But still, it's nowhere near the amount of ink that's in the Bootiger. Bootiger or Bootiger? I wondered. The Jelly Rolls, they have a lot of ink in there, but not as much as these. I still think these are double the ink of any of the other gel pens, so you're getting twice as much for your money. That's saying if you spend $1 on these pens. But, I mean, in a pack, you could probably get a Signo for $1.50, maybe $1, maybe down to $1, but you're getting way more ink in these. And, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. They work great. I've been using them for, I've been using the first kind of no-name brand one there for... Oh, probably a couple months. Haven't had any issues with them. They're so reliable. Haven't had any stop or skip or anything. And yeah, they're so opaque and lovely. And this one, with this set, you get more sizes. So there you have it. I'm really happy with this. I recommend it. I hope that this helps you find that perfect white gel pen. I know it's quite a quest that we've been on over the decades to find the perfect white gel pen, and I think we may have found it here. Couple months in, we're doing good. Time will tell, you know, if we can use them up before they dry out, hopefully. And with that, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye!